office that's contested. How about that? Let's, next up is president, and I think the fair way to do it is alphabetically, shall we say? Is that fine? Is that okay with both of you? Is that okay with the audience?
Yes.
Might not like that?
First name or last name?
Well, either way it's me.
Exactly.
How wide is the camera shot on it?
I have no
Is
earthly
there a way you
idea.
can look on the back of it?
Oh, it's
It's pretty wide.
the whole board.
Okay. Well, good evening, everybody. For those of you who do not know me, I am Panos Harakas. I'm an accounting major here at Furman University, and I'm a rising senior. For those of you who do not know me, I'm Greek, and being Greek, that's fairly creates diversity, or helps to create diversity on campus, different background, ethnicity. But as a good friend of mine told me once, he's actually here today, Rado, he said that the Greeks may have invented everything, but the Romans improved it by making it better. So what I'm here tonight is to build upon what Furman has shown improvement on. These are the goals that I will be discussing later on. First and foremost, though, so that you get to know me a little bit more, currently I am the junior class vice president, and I'm also the president of Furman Entrepreneurs. Both of these roles have forced me to act in a leadership role and also display teamwork and come up with creative ways to achieve a better experience for our students. Currently, initiatives that I've pursued include increasing the security on campus, as well as finding a solution to the conflict between North Villagers and parking in the chapel lot, and that I will go into later on. Furthermore, I also created the initiative Furman Refresh. I don't know did any of y'all see the flyers earlier this year for Furman Refresh? Well, that initiative I created and started, and we had resounding success with that. We had many applicants, and it was designed to promote creativity and engage the Furman student to come up with ways to improve the university. Now, here's what you're here for. You're here for the good stuff. You want to know what it is that I'm going to stand for, what it is I'm going to propose and push for. Now, what I propose are generalized into three categories: social, education, and security. Many students have expressed concern about a lack of an environment that promotes social engagement. Would you all agree with that? Furman needs revitalization of social activities. Well, at most universities, there exist tailgates, correct? And most tailgates, there's usually alcohol, correct? Well, that's the exception here is Furman does not have an alcohol policy that allows for wet tailgates. And this is also going to be one of my key initiatives if I'm elected as student body president next year, is to push for wet tailgates. I believe that this will help to spur a more social environment and also help to create a more school spirit for athletics. I think the building around football is the first step for that. Secondly, do you all get hungry at night, late at night? Okay, is there really any place here on campus for that? No, not at all. Where do you go? Where do you go for food if you have to eat late at night?
Midnight Munchies.
Midnight Munchies? Einstein's? Okay. Well, how late is that open?
Till 1.
Till 1. Okay. Is there a wide variety that you can get there? Not really. So, what I propose, and I will push for, is a late night option for both South Housing, Lakeside, and North Villagers to go to for late night food options. Now, I actually looked into this, and a comparable school is Davidson. And Davidson actually has several late night food options up until 2 a.m. and is open throughout the week and including the weekends. And furthermore, have you all ever wondered why football games are not at night or played later in the day? Well, the answer to that is the lighting system is not actually up to standard. Now, what I will push for 100% is for the lighting system to be brought up to standard so that we can enjoy night football games here at Furman, especially if we make the playoffs. I mean, I don't know about you all, but I would love to go to a night football game. So that's a playoff game. For education, it's not just education that I strive to improve. Furman already has a great academic standing, both in the South and increasingly nationally. What I propose is education and exposure of that education. Now, as I touched on just now, was that we are very well known in the South, but we lack national identity. And this is my second top initiative that I will pursue with great earnesty. And I believe this will be achieved, and furthermore, I think this should be emphasized, is I will personally participate and collaborate with the marketing and PR department to increase and enhance Furman's national visibility, stressing both the academics that Furman, the great academics that Furman has to offer, and also what as President Smolla has proposed and has explained to us is that Furman is not just an academic institution; it's an institution that is inspired to build the full student. And those are the two main things that I believe will increase the competitiveness of each class. Because currently 60% of each prospective class is accepted to Furman. How many of you all would like to see more diversity here on campus, as far as diversity of background, thought, where you come from, who you are? Would you is I will personally participate and collaborate with the marketing and PR department to increase and enhance Furman's national visibility, stressing both the academics that Furman, the great academics that Furman has to offer, and also what as President Smolla has proposed and has explained to us is that Furman is not just an academic institution; it's an institution that is inspired to build the full student. And those are the two main things that I believe will increase the competitiveness of each class. Because currently 60% of each prospective class is accepted to Furman. How many of you all would like to see more diversity here on campus, as far as diversity of background, thought, where you come from, who you are? Would you all agree? Everybody raise your hands. Everybody would like that. Now, to achieve this would be to, as I said, increase the emphasis on expanding Furman's national identity, which will increase the competitiveness of the classes, which will therefore, because of national exposure, bring in more students, prospective students to Furman University, therefore creating less of an acceptance rate, but those who are accepted come from a vast number of identities. Oh, and across the nation, I think it's a given. Furthermore, Furman students are interested in many disciplines, not just what they're majoring in. How many of y'all are double majors or have thought about double majoring? That's pretty much everybody here. Now, what I will seek and try to put in place here at Furman University is a system that allows for minors. Because if you are for example, if you're an econ major, it's hard for you to major in a science, for example, because both course loads, also including GERs, takes up a vast number of your course hours that you have to attain here at Furman. Now, by having a minor system, if you take 3 or 4 classes in a discipline you're interested in, you'll get credit for it. And also, this allows students the opportunity to it allows the students the opportunity to pursue multi-interests besides what their major is. Personally, I'm majoring in accounting, but I love history. But I have to take GRs. But I can't fit this all in. So I'm forced to take classes of interest in history, but not actually get credit for it. Furthermore, another step in increasing national exposure is to increase the internship opportunities here on campus, as well as the number of networking sessions with professionals and with alumni. And currently I work during the summers with a CPA firm, and I realize the importance of making contacts with professionals. And that's something that each one of us here today, and in the upcoming years, depending on what year you're in, will have to look into. Because you can't make it in this world without having a job. And the first step in that is a good quality education at Furman University and the opportunity to establish a network provided by Furman University. And that is something I will push for. Finally, to address security, there have been an increasingly number of incidents on campus involving damage to vehicles. A close friend of mine, this time last year, she was parked over in South Housing, had water poured into her gas tank. You know how much damage that is? She had to replace the engine. Another student had $600 worth of damage done to the hood of his car within the last few weeks. Now, I don't know about you, but I really don't have that much money to spend towards fixing my car right now. Furthermore, there was also a domestic incident last year that started off campus and worked its way on campus. And that led to the wreckage of 3 additional student cars in South Housing. I hope you have insurance. Another example, what just happened the other weekend, was a student walked out to her car and found that her car was covered in chocolate. Now this actually peeled off the paint from her car because it hardened. And also there's been incidences where tires have been slashed. I think that this must and should be addressed as quickly as possible, which is why I have, as I've said before, I'm currently pursuing increasing campus security. And some of these measures can include a combination or a network of, depending on what is the most efficient and effective, cost-effective manner, include security cameras, increasing the number of code blue telephone boxes, call boxes. And call boxes are very prevalent on Wake Forest's campus. Though it is a little bit bigger than Furman's, we compare ourselves in most of the areas of campus to Wake Forest. They have a huge number of call boxes. Actually, if you want to, I can show you a map later on.